Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock, and we begin with the fallout from that deadly shooting at a prom after party that left one woman killed and 3 others injured at a rental home. Alex Almanza tonight shows us how neighbors on the north side of Indianapolis are now working to address the root issue.
Some neighbors in the Meridian Kessler neighborhood are asking for the city to regulate businesses like Vrbo and Airbnb, but others are raising a more deeper issue in the city of Indianapolis. This near Northside Church is the backdrop for a very serious conversation Wednesday. Neighbors, family, police, and city leaders all gathering for one purpose: to prevent Sunday night from happening again. Over the weekend, a post-prom party at a house on Park Avenue escalated to gunfire. One woman killed, 3 others injured. Now, new questions are being raised about the short-term Airbnb rental property owned by a Fort Wayne-based investment group. This rental was never formally registered with the city. Wednesday's meeting gives neighbors a chance to weigh in on ideas to regulate rentals within reason. Councilor John Barth says he already knows where to start.
I am starting an internal work group that's going to go through A to Z, every single element of the state law, every single element of the city's process for registering short-term rentals.
Right now, the only reprimand for not being on the registry:
they can get a civil fine, and that fine can be escalated to the point where they are no longer able to be registered and lose their ability to do business within the city.
Media were allowed to attend Wednesday's meeting, but organizers asked that no video be recorded. Inside, resident Angela Jones had a real talk with everyone, saying there needs to be a refocus.
We're worried about a registry for Airbnb, but it's bigger than Airbnb.
She's lived here for 4 decades and says the bigger question is about the access and availability of guns.
They're teaching us to go overseas and fight, but the war is here. It's here. What can we do about gun laws? Who's shipping them in? Who's dropping them in the neighborhood?
According to the Meridian Kessler Neighborhood Association, the property in the 4000 block of North Park Avenue has been permanently removed from the Airbnb platform. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
Now, we got an update Monday from the Department of Business and Neighborhood Services. Leaders there are telling us the property owner did not know about the short-term rental registry requirement, but then called the owner cooperative. The city sent a formal notice and a chance to comply with that ordinance. Tonight at 11, an 18-year-old just made his first court appearance tied to a shooting during Little 500 weekend in Bloomington. Lewis May tonight is charged with 4 felonies, 2 counts of battery and 1 count of criminal recklessness and pointing a firearm. Investigators are now linking him to a shooting outside the Five Guys on Kirkwood in Bloomington that injured 2 women back on April 26th. Officers tell us they identified May as a person of interest less than 1 hour after releasing photos taken that night. There was a second shooting around the same time outside the Chipotle right across the street. 3 people were injured in that case, but police tell us they don't believe those shootings are connected. Police arrested Lewis May on Tuesday. He's due back in court next month. Investigators are hoping to get more video from the shooting that happened right outside the Chipotle. Angela?
Scott, it's a cool Wednesday night. Temperatures already down into the middle and upper 40s. We have 48 degrees in Indianapolis, Kokomo 46, Lafayette 45, 46 in Richmond. You'll need the jacket early tomorrow morning. Morning temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s. We will start tomorrow with some sunshine. Clouds build tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to be near 60 degrees with a late day rain chance. Looking ahead at the next 7 days, we only have one day, that will be above average, and that's on Saturday with high temperatures in the 70s. Otherwise, a cool trend over the next 7 days and several rain chances to track as well. I'll have that timeline in the full forecast.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit, Angela. Thanks so much. And now to a series of burglaries near Garfield Park. All of this comes just a week after thieves targeted business in nearby Fountain Square, stealing everything from cash to beer. Our Logan Gay joins us here in studio tonight. So, Logan, do investigators think these cases could be connected?
Well, Scott, IMPD told me detectives are looking into all possible leads, and at this point, the investigations remain ongoing. I also spoke with the owner of one of the businesses targeted, and she says these break-ins are a reminder that local businesses need community support now more than ever.
It's been a day.
A cash register left sitting on the bar, a window covered with plywood.
Normally, Scotia is closed on Wednesdays, but instead of a day off, owner Haley Hiltz spent the evening cleaning up after burglars broke in overnight. Surveillance video shared with 13 News shows the thieves rummaging through the cash register before taking off with the money around 4:15 Wednesday morning.
A lot of us are putting our time and energy into building this neighborhood because we love it. It's just kind of shocking that someone actually broke in, and there's stuff that happens all over the city, but you never think it's going to happen to you.
Hiltz says the thieves got away with around $150.
The window is much more than that.
And Scotia wasn't the only target. At least 2 other nearby businesses were also hit overnight, including Porky's Pizza, where employees say thieves stole hundreds of dollars, and Parkside Public House. Now boards cover shattered windows at all 3 businesses.
They're clearly hurting, and I actually feel for them because they're doing it for survival, and then us as a local business, like, it is hard just to keep the doors open to serve our community.
Hiltz says break-ins like this are another challenge for small businesses already struggling to keep up with rising costs and ongoing construction in the area.
And we're trying to live our life, trying to pay our staff, pay our bills that are increasing, and food costs going up, and still create an experience for you all.
Still, she says they're not giving up. Scotia plans to reopen Thursday, serving coffee, positive vibes, and hoping the community shows up for the businesses working to keep the neighborhood going.
I don't want this to discourage us and our community, and so we're going to do the best we can, just be positive and keep going forward.
IMPD asks anyone with information to contact the IMPD Southeast District or Crime Stoppers. You can find both of those numbers on our website, WTHR.com.
All right, Logan, thanks so much. Relief is coming for Hoosiers at the gas pumps to the tune of 60 cents per gallon. Governor Mike Braun just announced today that he is extending the suspension on the state gas sales tax for another 30 days. The governor is also suspending the excise tax on fuel. So we checked with Gas Buddy today. It tells us that the lowest gas prices around Indianapolis are about $4.60 a gallon. The highest, about $4.90. That can be tough on our budget. The rising prices are linked in part to the ongoing conflict with Iran. So we talked with Gas Buddy's head of petroleum analysis about the international influence on Indiana's gas prices.
What is ongoing with the strait? Will it be reopened? Will it remain shut? You know, we continue to be at this back and forth. We don't know what the future is going to look like. Seeing this relief extended will likely continue to keep gas prices a little bit lower than they'd otherwise be.
So we asked Governor Mike Braun if suspending the gas tax is hurting Indiana road funding. He told us the biggest issue with INDOT is not now, it's how our state will fund roads in the future and may result in getting less work done. So we reached out to INDOT today, and leaders tell us they trust the state's plan and are now proceeding with projects as planned. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. We've got updates to 2 stories that we brought you last night at 11. Investigators just identified the person who was killed after a shooting at an East Side gas station late Tuesday night. They say 26-year-old Isaac Garcia died and a second person was hurt. The other person shot is said to be in critical condition tonight. The coroner also confirmed 37-year-old Cornel Deshaun Davis died after a shooting on Windsor Drive near 21st and Arlington. That happened less than 2 hours before the gas station shooting. Officers found Davis shot inside of a home. If you have any information on either of these cases, please call IMPD or Crime Stoppers. Remember, you don't have to give your name. Tonight, police say they have identified a serial rapist that targeted women on the north side of Indianapolis. Police say 51 Leonel Catalan Torreblanca's alleged crimes date back to 2013. Officers arrested Torreblanca on April 23rd. Investigators say they linked his DNA to at least 5 sexual assault investigations. Eli Lilly and Company is investing another $4.5 billion here in Indiana. Company leaders say that money will support 2 of its 3 facilities in Lebanon. We've got a first look inside one of those new facilities, Lilly's advanced therapy site. This will allow different processes under one roof, helping get medicines to patients faster. If you're missing Gray Brothers Cafeteria in Mooresville, you've got a chance to take a piece of that restaurant home with you. It closed last summer, and now there are cooking appliances, tables, chairs, and decorations up for auction. You can bid through May 15th. We've got a link on WTHR.com. That's where you can find the latest local stories streaming anytime. Just scan this QR code on your screen.